on. I'm back. Everything was good. Just calling to check in, she said. Checking in, making sure everything's alright with her son. And me, I guess, making sure I'm alright, not hanging from the tree, trying to cut some branches off or something, 'cause I get bored out here. That's another thing, She's at work, she's working now. You know, she picked up the slack. I had just lost my job recently due to a situation or whatever. But yeah, she picked up the slack and got right to work. She's actually making more money than I was at the place I was working at. So, but yeah, we're picking up now. So everything's about to level out soon. But yeah, out here, man, it's a lot different. It ain't like, just get dressed and take a walk and go to the corner store and bump into a neighbor and have a 20-minute conversation. There's no corner stores really out here, I guess, unless you're living by the store. Like where back in Philadelphia, South Philadelphia, North Philadelphia, like as everybody can say, you can walk out of your door in your slides, your flip-flops, your sneakers, your shorts, and just walk down the street and go get what you need, and you can walk right back. And there is probably about 100 to 200 people in your neighborhood that can do that. Go to that store. Down here, no. It's either you're bumping into somebody at Walmart or like the Kroger or something down here, which is like the Acme for Philadelphia, or ShopRite. As far as like parks, there's parks and stuff out here. You have to drive to them. Everything is driving. Nothing is unless you're on the inner city, which of course there's a difference. I guess you would consider this the suburbs without having to drive a half hour to get there. Basically, I guess you would say that. Like in Philadelphia, you had like if you're at. Well, I guess it changed to that point too, because it's no longer like where you're on 5th Street on 5th and Dickinson, and you go from 5th and Dickinson to the Packer Park houses and stuff like that. That's about a 15-20 minute drive, about a 45-minute walk. So I guess like I'm about the same distance now, but it's it's not. They're not, as you can see, they're not built that way. They're still old school housing. You know what I mean? So it's the same neighborhoods. It's nothing new. Yeah, it's not. I like it though. I mean, it's peaceful. I got me a nice little burn pit outside my house. My dog knocks it over every day, one of the blocks or something. But I got a nice little burn pit outside my house. So at nighttime, when I come outside to smoke my cigarette, if it's cold, I can light a couple pieces of wood up, or if I got some cardboard I want to get rid of and want to save some room in my trash can, just burn it out real quick. I'm able to, keep my dog, on the lead for the most part. I got a lead right from my house to a tree down there, and her lead's right here, so it gives her plenty of room to run. I'm trying to teach her to stay on this property, which I have I'd say anywhere between 15 to 20 acres total on the lot that I live on. I was blessed with this place, helped tremendously. It was unoccupied, nobody was living in it, and instead of having to come up with the first and last month's rent, just having to make a security deposit, because I was able to come in here and, well, no, excuse me. Don't get me lying to you. I didn't have to pay first month's, last month's, or security to move in here. The guy seen my work ethic. Since I've been down here, I got a job. As soon as like maybe the first 6 months or something, it's seasonal, but it was more picking up. Like this year, I did work through the summer and stuff, so it made ends meet most times. You see my work ethic down there. Coming from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, we move a little different. We attack work a little different, and he just seen the demeanor in me, and one day I heard him over telling somebody that he had a nice home that needed some work done to it before it could be moved in, and I was eavesdropping, and he was speaking to a younger fellow at the time, and he wasn't ready to move. He was still home with mom and dad and shit. taking advantage of that while he still could, And I was like, hey man, I was like, what's up with that place, and that's how I met him. And bang, we started talking from there, and he asked me what I could do, and I told him what I couldn't do, because if I told him what I could do, we'd be there all day. And he's like, man, well look, I'll get the material. You got tools. Leave some tools there for you. You're going to start working on it, however long it takes. And I was like, all right, I want to get out of the place I'm in now. It was kind of small for me, my fiance, and it was just my two girls at the time. Deuce wasn't born yet, and Junior was visiting relatives in a different state at the moment. So he wasn't coming yet. So I jumped on it, man. As soon as I heard, I get done work, I would get done work, load my tools and stuff up, throw them in my truck, drive up here, work till about 12:30 every night, then go back home and go to bed. I did that for like a week and a half straight. Paint, had to do some framing, some flooring, electrical work had to be done. A few appliances had to be fixed. More wiring than anything. A complete makeover, man. Rugs, new rugs. There was a piano in here that probably weighed about 1,100 pounds. I don't know. Me and 7 guys moved this thing out of my house. Somehow, it was insane. Tons of furniture in here. It was moved, everything. The grass was like 2 feet tall. The back would look like a jungle. I don't know if the back was ever seen, but the back looked like a jungle. Everything had to be redone. It's not a brand new place. It needs a complete lift, complete makeover. But, there's a start. I need a start somewhere. As you can see, like all this grass back here was like a jungle. You couldn't walk back there. You couldn't see them buildings back there, a couple cars that are back there, nothing. And I just, at that moment in my life, that's when I started receiving my clarity, like with being sober. Cause it's been so long since I did something like that without being under the influence, like doing construction and stuff, like I said, cause I was doing it when I was younger. I forgot what it was like to work sober and think sober, man. I jumped on this, and it was like a whole different feeling, mentally working on this house. And then once moving in, I'm coming up on a year being here. Probably going to be making a few changes for the summertime. I'm trying to get a swimming pool, nice swimming pool for the kids, of course for me and the wife, But that's on the back burner right now. I got a lot of things going on. The wife's pregnant again. So excited. This will be the last. So I'm excited because it's the last. And I'm excited because I have another child. And the children is really what seems to keep me, the way I am. I love it. Especially my 2 girls, man. I feel like a kid most of the time. My youngest, she's my mini robot, man. Whatever I do, she does. She's, if y'all need to know the definition of a daddy's girl, that's it right there. That's her. And my oldest, my second oldest, she's just like her mother. And her mother, I don't know why she does this. Well, she's like you. But yeah, I love them. Getting up for school in the morning with them and getting them dressed, help them get their clothes together and stuff like that. And occasionally, I pack my Jason, my middle packs her lunch, and I help her pack her lunch. It's just all. It reminds me of when I used to go to school when I was younger, and I'm like, man, and I teach them, a little different, but everybody does, of course, and some of my ways, my fiance, she'll laugh at me, but they work though. They do. I'm very, very rare am I the bad cop. I'm usually a good cop. She's bad cop. unless I got to raise my voice, But yeah, I mean that's another thing. Like that's different. I'm in my kid's life today every day. I remember what happened the night before. Instead of my kid telling me like, "No, Dad, last night, blah 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 blah," and I'm like, shit, like really, you know, small things like that. But I'm hoping to expand the channel, get some more subscribers. And once I can do that, I have a few people that requested, to talk to me, and they want to speak about their life and how they changed their life around. Also, coming from the same area where I'm from, South Philly, and also these guys are looking to also help make a difference. And we're talking about across country, across town. Not in my state, not in Arkansas. I got guys all over, and that's the thing. Like I love it, man. Like it's like a community of good. You know what I mean? Like imagine like I can imagine like when I was younger, if I came out the house and I seen like a group of guys hanging on the corner and they were talking about how they changed their life and they're in the situation that they're in now. I mean, I would want to, hang with them every day and imagine, like, I would have went that route, whatever. It is what it is, but I'm saying that would be awesome. That's all, and that's what is kind of happening now between a few names that I mentioned. I'm sorry if I left a few people out. And you can hear it in my voice. I'm just getting excited talking about it, knowing that there's multiple channels out there that are pumping faith, pumping hope, pumping power, everything. I love it. I love it. And it's real shit. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. It is real. This ain't no, go put on the TV and people reading off the script and they're going to leave some things out because they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and stuff like that. We'll here and other channels you'll see like these are like speaking from self experience, things like that. Like and to anybody who's offended by it, sorry. If it was like pumped or pushed at you, you feel like, but it's really not. I would love for everybody to be, kosher or good with each other to where we could just live a beautiful life, but they are the way they are. So, anyway, with that being said, I really enjoy doing what I'm doing right now. Being able to stay at home and at the moment anyway, and be a dad and it gives me some time right now to do the research that I need to do the things that I'm doing. My main goal right now is to have a recovery house up and running in probably about, let's say, another month or two. I'm trying to see what it takes to get some, state funding or whatever, but I don't even think I'm going to go that route anymore because no one's got back to me. So I think I'm going to, the end of this month, use a little extra cash that God will bless me with and get the ball rolling in the right direction myself. One night this week, I'll probably be posting up the video, part 2 in my first trip up to 7901 State Road. Once again, like I was saying the other day, State Road, 7901 State Road it's a road basically with a whole bunch of different prisons and, within a couple miles of each other, whatever it may be, But yeah, we'll get more into detail in that, down the line. All right, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share, whatever. Get the word out. Have a good day.